Welcome back, my friend. Happy for you to join me in another edition of Sound Fiction. We all have stories. Some funny, some wild, and some downright horrible. Well, today we hear from an old friend, Detective Holiday, as he recalls a shocking night from his rookie year on the NYPD. If you like his style, check out the Holiday tapes. Fair warning, this story contains themes of self-harm and much worse. Listener discretion is advised. Now, let's join our friends in episode 60 of Sound Fiction. House Call. All right, what's it gonna be, fellas? Shot in a beer?
Yeah, go for it.
I got the next one.
All right, I'll get the one after.
No. You're not paying for shit tonight, pal.
Ah, come on.
Yeah, don't even think about it. Sit tight, boys. So you did it. It's finally over. How's it feel, kid?
You know what? It was a little rough, but I made it out the other side just fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you did good, kid. The first year is always the hardest, but you held it together and showed everyone you aren't soft, so you'll be good.
Yeah, I will. And don't ever tell me to pick up your lunch, or your laundry, or donuts, or anything like that ever again. Okay? You got it?
Oh, and the rookies finally found this voice. All right, fellas, drink up. It's a special night for my not-so-little nephew. Salud, buddy. Your mom would have been proud.
Thanks, Uncle Tony.
Whoa, careful with that. I'm not your Uncle Tony in front of the force, all right? It's Holiday, remember?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Holiday. I'll be more careful next time.
Yeah, kid. Can't slip up like that. The guys will never let you forget it. Kinda like that time you saw a hooded figure in the alley.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Look, I saw what I saw.
And what did you see? Was it a ghost?
No, I didn't say that. It could have been anything. A garbage bag, a guy taking a piss.
Yeah, but you were fucking spooked, though. I'm pretty sure you thought it was something, I don't know, supernatural.
Ah, man, fuck you. You know that's not true.
Hey, calm down, bud. Take a sip. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, Holiday knows a thing or two about getting spooked. What the fuck are you talking about, Mikey? Oh, come on. You remember? It was during your rookie year. You and your old partner got called to, I believe what you said was, a haunted house? Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. No, you didn't, you liar. You were freaked out for months after that. There's no way you forgot.
What? You never told me about that, Tony.
Yeah, Holiday, tell him what happened. Kid, listen up. You need to understand what a softie your Uncle Tony is.
Yeah. What happened?
Alright, well, this was a long time ago, like 15 years or something. I was a rookie, and back then I had a partner named Bill. He was an older guy, retiring at the end of the year, so he agreed to see me in and show me the ropes. Good guy, Bill. Anyway, we got called over to a place in Manhattan, Upper West Side. Potential home invasion or something like that. The dispatcher said the guy who called was frantic. He seemed kinda skittish. Also, we're talking Upper West Side here. Burglary, sure, but breaking in when people are actually home? It's rare. We sorta treated it more like a wellness check, if anything.
Car 65, on it.
A home invasion?
Nah, it's probably nothing. Some rich yuppie off his meds, I bet.
Alright, if you say so.
Remember, Holiday, always take calls in nicer neighborhoods than these. It's better for your mental health. Trust me.
I remember it was raining heavy that night. Like really pouring down. We pulled up to this beautiful brownstone building and scurried over to the door. Bill went to knock on it, but just as he did, it kinda opened slowly on its own.
Shut up, Mikey. Then what?
So, we checked if anyone was home.
Hello? NYPD. We received a distress call from this address. Your door's open, so we're coming inside.
We walked in and the place was quiet. Like, unbelievably quiet. We couldn't even hear the rain outside anymore. Bill and I had our guns out because We didn't know who else might be in there. We creeped through the front corridor, leading to the main part of the house, ready for whatever. And when we turned the corner, that's when we saw him. A man, laying on the floor, phone off the hook, and an empty bottle of pills next to him. Bill immediately holstered his weapon.
Get an ambulance here, now!
Dispatch, we need medical attention at 125 West 87th. We have an unconscious male. Bill went over to check his pulse.
God damn it. He's gone.
Judging by his face, it looked like he had been dead for a while. And even though it seemed obvious what happened, I don't know. Something just didn't feel right. So we had a look around. At first, everything seemed pretty normal. The way his house was put together screamed a married man with children. It was clean, nice, warm, but not too lived in. I mean, this guy certainly dressed the part. And it was the right neighborhood, so why not? But there weren't pictures of a wife or kids anywhere. There was no sign to indicate that this guy had a family or anyone in his life, really. Then we stepped into the kitchen, and that's when shit got really weird. The whole room was spotless, like to an eerie degree. It felt more like a hospital laboratory than a place you'd eat food. On the kitchen counter was a microscope, sitting next to a bunch of test tubes and shit. And over to the far end of the room was this huge machine. It was the size of a fucking printing press or something. On the machine it said Abbott Architect. I found out later that this was a blood analyzer, used for immunizations. It made more sense after the fact, because in the fridge were bags and bags of blood. All labeled too, with different names, different blood types. It was fucking weird. Then, we heard something upstairs.
I fucking knew there was someone else here.
Me and Bill drew our pistols and headed toward the sound. We walked up the stairs quietly and tried to hear whoever was making the noise. The bathroom at the top of the stairs was clear. So was the first bedroom and the second bedroom. All that was left was the third bedroom, which had the door closed. From outside, it looked like the light was on, because we could see it flickering through the space under the door.
Sir, or madam, this is the New York Police Department. If you're inside the bedroom, make your presence known. We're coming inside.
Right as Bill said that, the air got cold. Not just cold, but fucking freezing. I was wearing my jacket because of the rain, but when it got cold up there, it felt like I wasn't even wearing a shirt. Bill slowly opened the door, and neither of us were expecting to see what we did on the other side. The light we saw from under the door wasn't from the room light, or even an external source, but from candles. A whole shitload of them. On the floor, on the shelves. Pretty much every surface in the whole room was covered in candles. There was so much wax melted off each one, it was like they were all fused to the room itself, like part of the physical environment. It was cold as shit at this point. I could actually see my breath, which was weird because I couldn't before anywhere else in the house. What the fuck is this place?
He's an occultist. Look.
Bill put his gun away and pointed at the floor. In the middle of the room was a huge pentagram, which looked like it had Latin phrases written all throughout it, along with different kinds of foreign script. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that kind of stuff, but I didn't recognize any of them.
What the fuck?
I know. It was fucking weird.
Yeah, and then what happened, Holiday?
Well, I was about to tell Bill that I felt like someone was still here, maybe hiding somewhere. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but it was almost like we weren't alone. Like someone was watching us. And I know Bill felt it too, because he wasn't really acting like himself. He was really quiet. Just as I was about to say something, I felt this rush of cold air start behind my back and creep up my neck. Then, out of nowhere, this huge and sudden gust of wind just blasted through the room and blew out all the candles at once. Bill and I just stood there in the dark. with only the moonlight to see each other's faces. I think we both looked pretty shook by what just happened, because Bill was making a face I'd never seen before, and he was just staring at me. We had no clue where the wind could have come from. The windows were closed, there were no vents big enough to make that much air, and the closet was empty. We were spooked. We just booked it downstairs. We didn't want to be up there anymore. I think all we wanted to do was just let the paramedics in so we could get the hell out. Back downstairs, we waited in the living room with the body. Man, I'm being totally serious when I say I have never been more uncomfortable in my life. I had no idea who this guy was or what the fuck was going on in that house, but I just felt it in my bones that something seriously wrong was going on here. I just couldn't wait to leave that place and forget this night ever happened. And right when I thought things couldn't get any more uncomfortable...
Oh, shit!
What the fuck?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. This guy just comes back to life. Eyeballs twitching all over the place and shit.
Sir, keep calm. We have an ambulance on the way.
Just then, he locks onto Bill and stops shaking so hard. He reaches his hand out and gestures for Bill to come closer. Bill creeps over to the guy and the guy just keeps gesturing. Closer. Closer. Finally, Bill has his ear right up to this guy's mouth, and the guy kinda cups his hand over the space between. You know, like when you're gonna tell someone a secret or something. And he just starts whispering. Meanwhile, I'm in fucking shock. I can't believe a single thing I'm seeing over here. The dude's whispering to Bill for a good 10 seconds or so. And then, he just starts seizing and coughing up blood like crazy. Oh shit! Jesus Christ! Anyway, he's back on the floor. There's blood all over the place. Bill and I are way the fuck away from this guy now. We have no idea what this guy's got, and we're not taking any chances. After a couple minutes, the ambulance pulls up and we let them inside. He's back to being lifeless at this point. The paramedics try to revive him, but no luck. He's gone. Again. And they wheel him outside into the ambulance.
Well, I mean, you never told me any of this before, Uncle Tony.
Yeah, Holiday was fucking shook for weeks. Yeah, I can't deny it. Kinda fucked my head up.
Wow, yeah, it's kinda insane. What'd your partner have to say about it?
Not much, to be honest. Which was weird because Bill was always thinking out loud. But not this time, though. He was real quiet after this one.
What the hell did that guy say to him before he died?
Yeah, what'd he say? I don't know. I tried asking him after the fact. Hey, Bill, what did that guy say to you in there?
Nothing.
Yeah, but I saw him. What'd he say?
I said nothing. You got it?
Yeah, all right. Got it. His attitude really changed after that night. Like, complete 180. Bill was a real happy guy. Always cracking jokes, busting balls and shit. But not after that. After that, he got quiet. He just never talked. And he stayed like that, all the way till his retirement. Oh, looks like Holiday isn't the only one scared of ghosts. Yeah. The crazy thing about this story is that it wasn't just a ghost in there. It was a zombie, too. When the autopsy came back for that guy who OD'd, they said he had been dead for like 8 hours.
What do you mean 8 hours?
I mean, 8 hours. The fucking guy was dead for 8 whole hours before we even got there.
How the fuck is that possible if he woke up after you found him?
I don't know. Wait, yeah. Then who the hell made the 911 call that sent you guys there? I said, I don't fucking know. Yeah, I don't know, Holiday. Something ain't adding up. You never told me some of that other stuff before. Like with the blood machine and the candles and shit. Maybe that guy got murdered.
Yeah, what did the department have to say about all that stuff?
Nothing, really. They just chalked it up to him being some depressed weirdo who couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, but what about all the blood in his fridge? Apparently, it isn't illegal to possess blood in the state of New York. You're allowed to have as much of it as you want.
What did Bill have to say about all this?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, he didn't say much for the rest of his time on the force. He refused to talk about anything that happened that night, and he wouldn't really say anything at all. Then about a week after he retired, he drove up to Winona State Forest, out past Syracuse, where he's originally from. He parked his car in a secluded spot, called his wife to say he loved her, and then blew his fucking brains out.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, rest in peace, Bill. He was a good guy. All right, shot in a beer? You know it. This one's on you, Mike, you remember? All right, you don't gotta tell me twice. Hey, don't let shit like that freak you out, all right? And don't worry. You get used to it. Thank you kindly for tuning in and making it through the whole story. If you like what you heard, and you want to support independent creators like me, subscribe, comment, like, give this podcast a positive review, and share it with fellow lovers of dark fiction. A huge shout out to the extremely talented Joshua Collins for voicing Officer Bill and the rookie cop. If you really want to show some love, become a patron and receive exclusive benefits to the show. Or join the Discord to connect with like-minded individuals and receive secrets. Until then, I'll be waiting for the next time we dissolve the boundaries of sound and fiction.